Morning. Well, we've actually made it into Vienna. It's been an absolute nightmare trying to get in, apart from yesterday's messing about. This morning when we came down, trying to park in the park and rides, and the park and rides don't let camper vans and motorhomes in, and then you get conflicting signs for parking. So we parked anyway, and we're just going to risk it. We're here. To be quite honest, if you get the fine's cheaper than staying in a campsite. So we're not. Well, we're obviously worried about it, but it is what it is. So we'll see how we get on. Anyway, we're in the city now, so let's have a little bit of a nosy round. So we're just going to go and have a look at these two monuments first, then we can get the map out and start to see where we're going to be heading for. We're in a part of the town called Stevensplatz, which is right in the centre, and it's probably the main part and where most of the things that we need to see are. We've come in on the tube. It's about £2.40 each, I think.
Yeah, about 2.20.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see where we go from here. The column of Pest, or the column of the Trinity. Well, it's a gorgeous town centre, city centre, I must admit, but a bloody nightmare to figure out the rules that you can do and what you can't do as a tourist coming in. I think it's not fair. It's a bit crappy, to be quite honest. I find it a little bit of a scam in a way, but because everything's really vague. When you're driving into the parking zone areas, there's just a blue line on the floor that says zone, and that's it. It doesn't tell you what it's for or anything. And each area, they all have different things that are going on in different areas. So, not sure what that is, but we're at St. Peter's Church. We're going to take a little bit of a look around. Oh, okay. Cool. Wow. It's nice to hear somebody actually playing for a change. Morning. That is gorgeous. Sorry. I must admit, it's quite fantastic to hear somebody playing the organ and playing it well. Absolutely stunning. Look at that ceiling. And it's not the biggest church in the world, but wow. Very majestic, I think is the word that we're looking for. Look at the organ. That is amazing. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The organ sounds fantastic. Absolutely stunning. and that is beautiful. The organ again is amazing. Sounds terrific, and I'll tell you what, he's a damn good player. There's a close-up photograph of the actual dome. So that down there, so you can see what it actually looks like, is here. So that's a photograph of it. So looking there. He's an amazing player. And this is where the entrance is. Fantastic. That is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. To get through these curtains to get out. There we go. I must admit, I am impressed with some of the architecture and everything that there is for Vienna, and it does look a beautiful city. It's just, oh, I don't know. I feel it just makes you feel deflated before you even get here. So, anyway, I suppose they're the rules, they're the things that they want you to do. So that's St. Peter's Church. Gorgeous city, beautifully clean, I must admit. Yeah, we've just come to the cathedral, and look at that. That is pretty spectacular. That is absolutely stunning, beautiful. We're going to take a look inside there of the cathedral. Look at look at it, it's amazing. Pardon? Yeah. So,
Stunning, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Got them big balls down the street, and we're not talking about mine.
Ah, God, look at them.
Yeah, what, my balls or them ones? All right.
You won't see yours.
I don't know if you. She just said, "Who wants to see yours?" Oh, look at that one. the skull and crossbones and things. I dare say we'll end up paying to go in here, I should think. Usually do for things like that, but let's have a woman. Don't know where we can. Oh, let me turn that off. Let's have a nosy in there. Wow. Do you know? Very different place. Entirely. Very, very different. More grand and imposing. I think I actually prefer the other one. I'm going to be honest. I don't know why we can't get through to see what's going on down there. Look at the carving on the pulpit. Wow. That's amazing. In the organ. That's quite modern. The organ's quite modern. Pardon? Yeah. Okay. Oh. Anyway, good going. If you can get in for free, then you go our way out here.
Well, no, we
Absolutely ridiculous to get in the cathedral.
25 quid for all of it.
If you want to see all of this cathedral, it's 25 quid. Whereas the one that we've just been in is absolutely amazing. Christine, there's no disabled concessions here at all, and it's you can't pay by card. We've got no cash. Well, not that amount of cash. It's 25 quid each, not for one person to look around this cathedral. So for us to go down there,
50 quid.
it would be 50 quid. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're just not prepared to pay that. That's, you know, just ridiculous. Yeah, we were just saying coming out, but I mean, a church is supposed to be for the people, and I don't think that that's for the people. I mean, at £25 per person, it's 50 quid. 50 quid to look round a cathedral. I think it is quite disgusting. Anyway, we're going to go look at these balls down here now. I wonder if they're getting, yeah, I was just about to say, I think they're getting them ready for Christmas. And then we'll look for what's on our next port of call. I mean, it's unbelievable because it was dark. I mean, it's a fantastic building. But it was kind of dark and dingy, whereas the other one, it was I don't know, what's the word? it was fantastic. I mean, it was bright, it was airy, the paintings were amazing. I think it added to it the fact that somebody was playing the organ. There was bits of information about it which, to be honest, couldn't be bothered to read.
No, but it's not the point, is it? Still got all that for free.
Yeah. Anyway, this is them getting ready for Christmas, so we think. It seems like it.
It's not been Halloween yet. Has it?
No. No, but seems to come earlier every year, doesn't it? Wow, it's absolutely fantastic. I've seen a few bits and pieces about Mozart. That's quite a modern building, that one. Don't really know what it is, but very modern. Good old Mackie days, look. It don't matter where you go in the world, you can always rely on McDonald's. That up there, the painting on the side of the building. It's quite stunning, that, isn't it? Fantastic. Anyway, onwards and upwards. We're on our way to have a look at, it's called the Donnerbrunnen. Yeah, it's a fountain, Christine said. So it's got nothing to do with food or anything like that. We've just been in Mackie D's and had a breakfast. So it worked out about £5 each. Weren't that bad, I suppose, for coffee and that as well. There's a cheese shop here, Cheese and Morlock. Look at that, all different cheeses. Oh, look at the buildings, they're fantastic. Some posh shops here as well, like Ray-Ban, I think they're here. United Colours of Benetton. Very, very expensive shops. Pandora does shit jewellery, doesn't it? In my opinion. Dear, as Christine said. But a bit childish, I think. Some of it seems to be aimed at the younger girls, in my opinion. Swatch, which will only do their own watches. The souvenir shop. Could buy earmuffs from there. Anyway, we've just come past the Boss shop round the corner, and we're at the Donnerbrunnen, which is this waterfall, fountain. Quite a nice fountain. I think he's got a plaster stuck on his bum, look. Funny. Oh dear. That's cool. But the city's amazing. I'm just going to go and have a look at this building, then I'll have to come back for photographs. But look at that. I think we'll be having a look inside that church a minute, but I will do the... Oh, it looks like it's locked. Look at that. You know, There's been 2 McDonald's within about 100 metres, 2 Swarovski crystals shops. Unbelievable. Okay, we're going to have a look inside this church. This is the Capuchin Church. Another one that you have to pay for. Well, for the crypt anyway. So, we'll see. I mean, I don't have a problem with paying for the crypt and things. I have a problem with paying to look around a church. I always thought they were for the people. I thought they belonged to the people, for the people. Quite a modern church. Oh, feels quite modern. Very different to the first one we went in. It just shows you how different some of these are. Out again so I can turn off. It does have a crypt, that church on there. You can't get in till 3 o'clock, which is a bit late for us, but on top of that it's 12 quid each to get into it, which is a bit extortionate, but I don't suppose it really matters. It'd be too late for us anyway.
Nice opening.
Yeah, just coming into this, which is the weirdest church front. Doesn't even look like a church. But, I think it's something to do with evangelists. Maybe, not sure what they. Very dark, very different. It says something about evangelists. There's the organ. But from the outside, you'd never know that it was a church. Very modest, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Christine wants to know what its name is. What's in there? So I'll cross the road and see if I can Lutheran churches, I think. We think. Oh, very, very weird. Very weird. Or an evangelist church. Very modest. Not sure what all the other parts of the building are, but just that downstairs bit in there. Anyway, onwards and upwards. We're heading for the National Library, which is not too far away. That's supposed to be quite a fantastic building for us to look at, if we can get in. This impressive, imposing building here is the National Library. It tells us there on there. So it says National Bibliothèque. It's a National Library, but look at that. And there's an Augustine church. There's a church here, a library. Wow, in this square it's quite fantastic. That's another church there. So we'll have a look in the church first. Augustina Church, I think. We think that's what it is. That's a place of silence and prayer. Guided tours are prohibited. Always fascinates me when you see signs like that that say no dogs, as if a dog could read it. Anyway, hats off. Well, so it's very different again. Very, very different again. We'll go down the sides first. I must admit, the churches are all very different. They're not. Normally, when we've been to different countries, they all kind of seem to follow a bit of a theme. Are all very similar. But these here, each one we've been in is totally different from the last. Quite amazing. So we'll have a look at that and look at that. So it's kind of a mixture of modern and what I would call classical. But that is shame we can't get a bit closer. Nice. Really fantastic. But nothing on the ceiling. And there's the organ. There's a couple of people up there talking about it, going through some music by the looks of it. It'd be nice to hear them play. I do, whether it's me getting old now or what, but it is nice to hear them play and the organ going when you're in the church. I think it just adds to the atmosphere of it all. Oh, here we go, look. Just having a practice, I think. I think it was just a little practice. Still. It's good to hear. Pardon? St. Augustine. Well, so we've come out of that Augustine church. We're gonna see if we can get into this library, but we're not sure how to get in. It pointed as an entrance this way. So there's a couple of people have come out of this doorway. So we're going to take a look inside here, see what this has to offer. Walk through one archway into another archway, and it seems like everybody appears to be going this way, so you can only assume that this is possibly the way in or way out. Who knows? I don't know. Look at that, through this archway. It's quite stunning. And that opens up into another square. That's no, that was a museum over there. Wow, fantastic places. So who knows? We're gonna have to have a little bit of a nosy round. It's a dinky bell, that one. Yeah. Don't know how we get into this National Library though. What's the clock say? Let's have a look. 10:30. Look at that look. Says 9:30, that does. Yeah. Well, the clock says 10:30, but the clock underneath is saying 9:30. Yeah, the can't remember what sort of clock they call it now. They call it sundial. Says 9:30. Maybe say the right time when they adjust the clocks. Fantastic. Yeah, the library and the State Hall, which is where we've been trying to get into and find the entrance, and it's pointing us in different directions. We've actually found out it's closed today, so we won't be going in for a look. However, I think it's quite expensive to get in. You can get a ticket for the museums, which are in this area. You get about 6 for about 50 quid, which is quite extortionate, but it doesn't really matter because the only place we really wanted to see was that bibliothèque. It's supposed to be quite fantastic inside. Just walk through this archway and there's there, look. There's a sign there, look. No pissing, and they'll put you on YouTube if the video you're doing it. How cool is that? So, if you pee, they'll video it and put you on YouTube. I don't think you could put that on YouTube, to be fair, because they're quite strict about what can go on and what can't go on. Yeah. But
I'm on YouTube. Oh wow, actually.
Anyway, we're heading for the Mozart monument. You couldn't really come to Vienna and not actually see anything to do with Mozart. We're seeing the cuddly toy of Freud. Beautiful city. Very expensive, very, very expensive place.
Thought Norway were here, didn't we?
Yeah. So, I think those steps in front are quite cool. We've noticed something else as well. We're in the city centre and there's like a Burger King or a McDonald's every 20 or 30 yards. Swarovski, which are the man-made diamonds. There's 2 or 3 of their shops. There's all just around the corner from each other. Yeah, that's just quite good, that, I must admit. About Monet and Picasso. Yeah, that's quite good, that. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I think Vienna to be fair, is all about the architecture. I do think it's a fantastically beautiful city, but boy, heck, it's extortionate. I feel like I'm waiting for somebody to charge me for walking on the pavement. It's that expensive.
Yeah,
I look at something and I just can't see how you can justify those prices. But then again, Austria as a whole is an expensive country anyway. So to be in Vienna, the capital, to be in the capital, you always pay more when you're in the capital anyway. So noticing some of the signs for crossing the road, and they're really quite cool. So like that one, if you watch the red man, the guy, but there you go, look at that, the crossing on there, that's 2 men for that one, whereas this one is that 2 women?
2 women, yeah.
This is 2 women.
Maybe there's 2 men after.
And then I think if you turn round to face the other way, it's a man and a woman. So if you look carefully, when it changes on there, it'll show them not just holding hands, but there'll be a love heart in between as well. So there you go, look at that. I'll show you the one going the other way, and that's there, look. So it's just slightly different. Very different, never seen anything like that one before. We've seen some different variations of that Berlin, yeah. In Berlin, but that was quite good. That I think, in fact, in the one in Berlin, they had a special shop for those things. We got ourselves into quick walking mode because there's a mass of people on the way round to this, which is the Mozart monument. So he was the Elvis Presley top rock star of his generation. So there we go. Mozart monument. And there we are, what treble Christine calls, she said it's a treble cleft. I thought that had something to do with your palate, but there you go. Okay, we just walked into this fantastic park with this fantastic monument to, I think they call it Marie Theresian. I think, I don't really know who she is, and I'm going to be honest, I can't be asked to find out. However, it is pretty. It's in a beautifully kept park, although the greenery there looks like somebody's eaten a piece out of it. But it's beautifully kept, and it's a fantastic. She must have been some monarch, possibly, or a favourite queen of the people or something like that. I don't really know, but look, we're surrounded with these 2, I mean, fantastic buildings that are like mirror images of each other. They're beautiful, all looked after, beautifully kept.
It's a history museum, that.
Yeah, absolutely stunning, stunning. I mean, I suppose Vienna's always been a place of culture and that kind of thing. There's a museum there for, well, it's like Rembrandt. So class this as a museum quarter. Fantastic! It's a fantastic park, and the built surrounded by these two buildings, which, as best as I can tell, are pretty much exact mirror images of each other. Beautiful, really, really beautiful. There are differences between the two, which tend to be like the people on the end. I think they're different, and the people, I suppose it's the sculptures of real people are different, but the buildings are the same. Very beautiful architectural city, I must admit. Very busy, lots of touristy tours and things. Yeah, fountains. Very nice city. I mean, if you look at it, it's like somebody cleans and polishes the fountains. Look, there's no green algae over it or anything like that. Beautifully kept, beautifully looked after. Amazing. That's a bit like the Brandenburg Gates up there, look. A bit like what you get over there. So amazing. Look at that with the women, it's all gold and that, and then when you get next door, I mean, they've only even painted half the person, look, where it's divided. Huh? We're heading for what's called the Rathaus, I think, or Rathaus, something like that. Which is around here somewhere, but the building is magnificent. And this is what we've come to have a look at. I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's just the building and the I suppose they're statements of wealth is what Vienna is. I think it's that's kind of how I see it. Looks like it's this place here. Just the information centre. Oh, I don't know. We'll have a look. I just love the architecture. It's absolutely fantastic. Since of these magnificent churches, cathedrals, or whatever you want to call them. We're going to have a look inside this one anyway. It's called Votive Church. This I've come to the conclusion about Vienna that it's a city of art, culture, architecture, and extortion. I think these are my opinions. I'm entitled to my opinion. onwards and upwards. So this is Votive Church. That looks a fantastic building. Look at that. Absolutely magnificent. Whether you can get in or not is a different matter entirely. But that is absolutely stunning. As is pretty much most of Vienna. Yeah. Yeah, I must admit, it is a beautiful city. It is a beautiful city. And I've enjoyed walking around it. We've still got things to see here, but it's having the time to see them that's
It's only a house.
yeah.
Just a fancy house.
Maybe another time. There's not much left for us to see, is there? There was it was just a house, that was about it. And a theme park, but I'm going to be honest, not really. Yeah. So anyway, we're making our way now back right into the centre, and then we'll be trying to make our way back to the van. We're just having a hot dog. There it is. It's mine. It's about a foot long, I think. Christine's just about to have the same, and then we're going to make our way back to the van.